Welcome back to episode 2 of our 350Z build series. So if you tuned in last week, you watched us drop this LS3 crate motor in the car and cage it with Mike Clam. This week, new tasks. Here's what I want to get done in this video. I want to get the core support back on it. I'm just going to put the factory core support on it temporarily until we can build out like a cooler after custom one with Clam. But for the time being, I'm just going to put the composite one back on it so I can put the radiator in, get the hoses all figured out, put oil cooler in, make the lines, power steering cooler, make the lines. ISR just sent us out the new intake for the LS3, which I'm really excited to look at. I didn't know they made one until recently, but they got us all dialed in. And yeah, we'll do some other stuff. I don't want to read the whole video, but let's dive in. I'm ready to go. Alright, so I got the factory core support in. I'm gonna start putting in headlights. When I put the core support in, I noticed that the threads were all clogged up with paint, so I'm having to tap all the holes real quick just to put the new hardware in. But so far, man, it's starting to really come together. I can't wait to see what all I get done tonight. Let's go. Okay, so I got the car more put together now because if the car's put together, it makes me feel like more is done. I'm more excited to work on it. I get more done in return. That's at least my mindset on it. So I have brand new headlights in it and I put the fenders on it. Core support's in, so now we can put the radiator in. This is a Griffin Radiator. I'll put the link in the description. It comes as one unit where it's the radiator, the shroud, and the fans. I have the same one in my S13 and it's always done this car good, so I figured put it in this one. I have interchangeable parts. Not a big deal. So to make this thing fit though, I do need to make some tabs for the factory core support. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this core support out to notch where I want the radiator to sit. So when I do the tube front, it's pretty much in the same spot I want it in for the hoses and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this and then make tabs top and bottom. And for safety, I got your baby mama's glasses on real quick. So found these in our Ultima, let's go. S-focus. Alright, so I just grabbed some measurements and I used aluminum. But I bent up these little brackets real quick just to hold the radiator in. I still gotta make the bottom ones, but so far it's pretty sturdy. Plus I'll have support from like the hoses themselves. They'll push up on it, so. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. I'm getting pretty hyped that it's looking like a real car again, so. Let's see what else I can get done tonight. It's probably about, let me see what time it is. It's like 9:50, so still relatively early. I could probably still get quite a bit done. See what else I can do. Hopefully this angle's good because I don't know how to do a test run, but yeah, they make these sheet metal intakes. They're pretty fucking rad. They got the ISR logo etched into them, so I think it's gonna look really good in the engine bay. I have the similar style one, but I didn't know ISR made one on my 13, or I'd have it on that car as well. So this thing's pretty nice. Let's get this installed. So the engine has 4 steam ports, but the crate motors come with these back 2 blocked off. I don't really know why. I read online like the newest generation LSs just are like that. So, I mean, I'm not an engine builder. GM sends it like that, so I assume that's just the way it's supposed to go. I left them in mine blocked off too. I'm not gonna drill them out and risk getting them in the heads. Or I read online some people like would take the heads off and drill them out, and then a lot of people just left them alone. I left mine alone. They're fine. But I have this kit, so I'm gonna put the front 2 steam ports in to put that through the radiator. And yeah, let's get to that right now. Alright, so I got the steam port crossover all in. I just need to get a hose now to go from here to the radiator. And I'll probably do that tomorrow because I'm not sure if I have any of that here, but I'll make a parts to run tomorrow. So anyway, I'm starting to prep the intake, and luckily when I did my car, I knew I was putting the same one on his, so I went ahead and got these plugs. So it comes with ports, you know, so you can use those. I'm pretty sure these are for vacuum. And I'm not using any of that because I have manual brakes and everything. And I did the same with his car. So I dropped one of the plugs. But I'm gonna get these plugs in, and then we'll get the intake installed. Alright, so I got the intake on the engine now. It looks pretty fucking killer. I love it. Quality's super nice. I got the throttle body on as well. I am waiting on the injectors to still come in, so I went ahead and just taped these off just so nothing gets in the holes, you know, in the next couple days in the garage, because it is kind of a busy work area. So got that, but man, the quality of this was fucking awesome. Fit, finish, everything's top notch. Also came with the fuel rails. I like the color of them. Zoom out a little bit. I like the color. They're like a pretty flashy gold. I like that. Oh shit, I need two hands to zoom in or to focus on that. So you can get all this over at Enjuku as well. So I'm just putting the fittings in the rails real quick, and one thing I wanted to touch on is these Chase Bay's AN wrenches. So I picked these up from them, and they're easily one of my favorite tools in the box now. So I'm actually gonna buy a second set, so I have one in my garage and one in the race trailer. I used to use, you know, like everybody does, I think in the beginning, just like adjustable wrench, which is cool, but it fucks up your fittings and they kind of look like shit, and it'll scuff them up, and the finish isn't nice anymore. Where these fit super snug and tight. They're made for it, they're the right size. But yeah, I like these. I think they're only like $100 for the set. Super worth it. Pick these up. They're nice to have in the toolbox. That's it, that's a fucking plug. What are you gonna do? Dude, this looks so fucking good all together. I can't wait to get the fuel injectors next so I can get everything together that way, like finished, but man, it's a good start. I gotta hit up the fuel lab's actually only 10 minutes from me, so I gotta stop by there hopefully this week, and I can go get the regulator and the filter. I'm actually gonna take the surge tank out of my S13 and put it in there because we're gonna put a fuel cell in that car, so I don't need it anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna start making the lines now, but man, this thing's so fucking trick now. I can't wait to get more done on this car. Woo! But so far, I got the force port in, the radiator in, and the brackets made. Headlights are in, fenders are in, intake's on, fuel rails are on. I'm waiting on a couple little things to finish some of those things up. But for one night in, only a couple hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours, I mean, I got a lot done. So I'm pretty stoked. I like the direction it's heading. It's looking pretty good. More looking like a car. I'm more excited to work on it. I got a couple things. I need to start making the oil lines. I need to mount the oil cooler, power steering cooler. I need to make those lines as well. So I might end this video right here, I think. We'll pick up next week on the next one. I'll show you how to make AM lines with the fittings, mount the oil cooler, mount the power steering cooler. I think this is it. So we're out. Fuck it. I'll see you next week. If you're not subscribed to Bitch TV, then fuck you. See you next week.